Hey everybody, Tabitha here from Tabitha Explores, taking you on our next RV adventure together. And this is our last RV adventure from within the United States, and it takes us home. We are shooting for that border today in this video. I had totally planned to stay another 5 days, 5 nights in Washington, in Omak. But as I approached and got closer and closer to the area, I just had this funny feeling that it wasn't going to work out. When I got to the site in Omak, the power, I didn't even check to see if the power was actually working. I was told it would be, but I didn't end up even checking. There was no water, there was no sewer. The bathrooms on site were all shut down and locked, so no access to those. So there was nobody there. So it's a community park, so there were people around walking their dogs, playing with their kids, but there was no one at the campsite. There was no camp host, and there was no other campers there. It just made me feel a little bit uncomfortable to think about staying there one night, let alone 5 nights. So I just decided to not stay and continue on to the border. I was only about an hour away from the border. And I think at this point, once I realized that when I did book it, it was that kind of feeling like if I stay another 5 days, I extend my trip a little bit and I get a little bit more time. I'm not going home yet. But actually, when I got to that point in the trip, I was just ready to be back across the border in Canada, and settling in for a bit of kind of quiet time, because after this I definitely took a fair bit of time off from doing a lot of filming, getting some chores done, getting the RV in the shop for a couple of things, and doing some stuff around BC. So I think I was really ready for that by the time I reached Omak and had decided not to stay there. So otherwise, it was a fantastic drive back to Canada, mostly through Washington State, and then up into Canada through the Osoyoos border, which was a great crossing. So I really hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you all once again for coming along with me through my US travels. I really hope that I'll be able to get back there again next year at some point. That's kind of the tentative plan for now. Excuse my hair, flying all over with the wind today. But yeah, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe. There's still going to be more content coming up from within Canada. I'm getting into some more journeys now, so there's definitely some more Canadian content coming up for you all. So stay tuned for more, as it's not going to stop. And we will see you in the next video. I am good to go all the way to Kennewick, which is, well, Google has it at 2 hours, 6 minutes. But I think it'll be a little closer to 3 hours, depending on if I stop or not. It was kind of nice to get all hooked up and ready to go, and then go in and explore the museum and wander around a bit, and then get in the truck and start moving. So yeah, well, that's the plan. We got more rain today, it seems. It was supposed to be not too rainy this morning. It was off and on, so I got mostly hooked up in dry weather, but it did start raining towards the end there. So, but I dried up nice and got warm in the museum. So that was nice. Didn't have to get in the truck all wet. The only thing I had left to do once I got
in a quarter mile, turn left
out of there was to take out my wheel chocks, throw them in the RV, just do my last little walk around the RV and make sure everything was good and ready to go. And now we'll
turn left, then turn right onto the I-84 South ramp.
Now we head out. cannot get over the beauty of these mountains. I think they kind of go all the way to where I'll be crossing the river, because I feel like I was seeing them when I was coming south way back in October. But yeah, really gorgeous right along the river. You can kind of see where that road goes on the other side. I don't know if you can see it so well, but I've seen a couple of vehicles. They definitely are a bit higher over on the other side, so I'm glad to be on the freeway on this side of the river, because I do not want windy, twisty road. I've had a message back. Those birds almost got hit by that semi-truck. Oh, they almost missed their height there. Whew. Yeah, so I had a message back. They don't seem to think that there will be a problem getting turned around in their yard. They said no problem to park in the median on the road until I just go in and have a look for myself. They did indicate that it is quite windy there today and it's not expected to lift. Oh, so yay! Hopefully where I'll be kind of in their yard, it'll be a little more protected. So we'll see. But I'm really looking forward to being at this little farm. It's alpacas and Great Pyrenees dogs. So I will get some animal love in, I sure hope. Oh, what a beautiful spot. Truly, all the way along here. I would love to one day be able to come along here and just really slow down and enjoy it. In a warmer weather kind of situation would be nice to go and check out all the waterfalls and that sort of thing. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Because I understand that there's a lot of really great waterfalls all the way along this highway. Alright, so we are taking this exit and we are headed over the Columbia River for the last time. Well,
take exit 179.
We are going to head up 82 to reach
Continue for 29 miles.
Kennewick. So we're only like half an hour-ish away from arriving at our harvest house for the night. I pulled out and read the message that she sent, and she says it's very windy over there. And I'm not finding it super windy here, so I'm hoping that it's died off a little. Hopefully it's not too windy going over the Columbia. That would not be so fun.
Your destination is on the left.
There we go. right. We are leaving the alpacas and the Great Pyrenees behind and heading to Omak, Washington. Headed up towards the border with Canada. And still a few days away, most likely, from crossing.
Continue on South Washington Street for 1 mile.
But I am looking forward to being closer to the border, closer to home, closer to Canada. I've spent almost 5 months south of the border now, and I've had some really incredible experiences. It's been so great to see the things I've seen, to do some of the things I've done. It's, a drop in the bucket in the long run with, hoping to be able to do this again next year, go elsewhere, maybe do a bit more. I was definitely a little more cautious this time, just with what I chose to do and of course what I was spending money on, because I wasn't working for most of the time that I was down here. So yeah, just kind of reflecting as I head towards home. I did a lot in 5 months, and I'm so proud of that. And I don't know, I think it's a really important thing to do. Go after your dreams, when you can. If you can, have a goal, in mind of what you want to do, and go out and get it. Don't be scared, because you could be missing out if you let yourself cave into those fears. Don't be scared. You can always figure something else out. You just have to be open to it. You just have to be willing to adjust yourself, change your plans. I used to be a really rigid person. I'm sure you don't get that impression of me now. I used to be very strict by the books. This is the rule. And don't get me wrong, I like to follow rules. I don't, I'm not like a crazy person or anything. But, I go with the flow so much more now, and I'm less stressed because I'm not trying to follow some rule that I've made for myself. And I used to do that all the time, follow these little rules for myself. If you can, if you have the opportunity, and you have something you really love to do, please go do it, or take a couple of steps towards it, because it is, when it works out, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. If it doesn't work out, just pivot and do it a little differently. I had to do a lot of that last year. I had to do a lot of pivoting because the RV had a lot of problems. If you've watched some of my earlier videos where I've talked about the problems I had with my RV, and I had to stay, kind of close to the dealership in the Okanagan to get these things dealt with and done. And I made the best of it. And this year I'm going to go further, for sure. Definitely going to find more to see and do this year in Canada. All right, checking out Dry Falls for the second time this trip. Once in October and now here in March. And it's quite a lovely day at the moment. A little bit of sun. Last time I was here, I think there was people down on the lake. Right now the visitor center is closed because they are doing interviews for hiring for the season. Anyways, I'm gonna walk along, check it out. All right, we are driving into Omak. We've got not far to go now. And be getting off the highway here. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we are camping at the Stampede grounds. It was cheap, and that's because there's no water. But hopefully the bathrooms are running there and it'll be fine. Oof.
Turn right, then slide left.
All right. Doesn't look like
slide left, then turn left.
Buddy camping down here. Does not look
turn
like
left,
there is
then your destination will be on the right.
I think, yeah, this is a little weird.
Your destination is on the right.
Site number 30, 28, 29, 30. Maybe the water is running. This is weird. Change of plans. We are going all the way to Canada today. I am not really comfortable staying somewhere where there's not even a camp host. So
turn right, then turn right.
We are not going to stay here. We're going to move on to Canada.
Turn right.
Pulled my passport out. I got rid of any chicken in the freezer and fridge.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Ferry Street.
And now I'm just gonna go back to Canada. It's only an hour, 50 miles. I went in, tried to open their bathroom doors here. They
turn right onto 2nd Avenue.
Were locked. So no camp host. Everything's locked. I don't want to stay there. And I have to call City Hall.
In half a mile, turn left onto US 97 North, Washington 20 East. Signs for Tonasket, Oroville.
Tomorrow to try and get some of my money back at least. I feel like their website does not give the right information. So we will just keep going. We'll go all the way to Osoyoos. I know they've got space, so it's going to be more expensive. Plus, I might not get my money back for here. But there is a point where you have to kind of take it and just accept it.
Turn left onto US 97 North, Washington 20 East. Signs for Tonasket, Oroville.
So I would rather just head back to Canada today. I was feeling that way kind of today anyways, just feeling like I'm ready to be back in Canada. Back kind of home.
Country border approaching.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to turn you guys off for the border. I don't want to be recording that. I know there's plenty of people that record as they cross the border. At least keep the cameras down, but I am not. I'm not really interested in recording that. I can tell you about my experience, but I'm not going to record anything because I don't want it to cause any problems for me now or in the future. So I will just stop recording pretty quick here. All right, we are through the border and we didn't have to pay duty. He was so nice. And yeah, smiling, happy to see me home, all those kinds of things. I am so happy to be home in BC. Look at that. Welcome to British Columbia, the best place on earth. I can't disagree with that. I love BC. Doesn't mean I don't want to go and see all sorts of other things and places and explore, but BC will always be home. So here we are. I am 10 minutes away from the RV park, so I can get settled, hopefully before too much rain comes.